Welcome in, my boy, Spider-Avenger Miller. Dart Zone is officially back. Let's get into it. So this year has definitely been kind of interesting just because Dart Zone has been very silent with their releases. And let's be honest, a lot of the blaster companies have, but Dart Zone specifically, they've only announced 3 new blasters to be releasing this year. They've got the Flintlocks. I don't really remember the names, but those things look really fun. And then they have that new Flywheeler coming out, where I don't know why Dart Zone keeps doing this because it looks good and it is cool how it does look like a gun, but why is it a top magazine fed blaster? Just I wish it wasn't, but obviously that's not what we're here to talk about. So, ironic enough, if you checked out my buddy Brickosaurus 227's video recently on Dart Zone pump action springers, we have gotten way too many. And for a while, we have desperately pleaded we want something new. Well, it looks like Dart Zone finally listened to our plea because we got 2 brand new blasters coming out, which, to be honest, they look really cool. But let's get into it, starting out with the first one, the Boxer Pro. This guy looks awesome. This is a 50-round belt-fed flywheeler blaster that takes a 50-round chain, and dude, it looks awesome. It's got a bipod on it that is Picatinny compatible. It's got a push-in stock, and the overall ergonomics look awesome on this guy. It could shoot up, I believe, to around 140 FPS, but we know Dart Zone, they usually put that on the box and will usually always amp it up higher. So I'm really excited to see this guy, to see what it can do and what will come of it, because this looks really cool. My hope with it is obviously, I hope it has good internals, if I'm being honest, good flywheels, good micro switches, just because, let's be honest, after the Maxim Pro, I just really want a good, like, flywheeler. And even though this isn't the magazine fed one I've been asking for, I'm really excited to see what this one's going to bring to the game, just because, dude, it looks epic. It's funny to see the blaster Frontline Foam made last 2 years ago at this point. Oh no, it was last year. Finally come into reality with this new product, and I'm really excited to see what this is going to do for the hobby, but also I really can't wait to get one and use it and see how it works, just because it looks really cool. But then we got the Brute Pro. Now, if this looks familiar, it's essentially a Mark II, but there's a catch. If anyone has any experience with the Mark 2.1, the main difference with this blaster is it's a magazine-fed in-grip blaster. Now, this isn't rare. It's actually really cool that they're making another one. However, one of the things I want to go over with the Mark 2.1 is these are proprietary mags. And that was a major kind of, not really a letdown for most people, but a lot of people didn't really like that it had its own proprietary magazine. However, the thing with this one is if you have any knowledge of the Venom Pro, this blaster takes Nightingale mags. That is amazing to see. Now, the thing with this one is these are going to be 6-rounders. However, if you have a Venom Pro, your 12-rounders will work in it just fine. But let's talk about the design of this one. This one looks very interesting to me. Now, I'm going to come out right away and say it. I don't like the way this one looks just because of the ergonomics and just how it looks. And that's just personal cosmetic taste for me. I just don't like how this one looks. But let's get aside of that and talk about it. So it comes with 2 6-round angled Nightingale mags. But again, it is cross-compatible with Nightingale mags, so if you wanted to use them in the blaster, you totally could. But we have 2 included. We have eyewear, we have darts for it, and then we have a scar barrel. Now, the good thing about this little muzzle is it does look like it will take the P-Car from the Nexus Pro X. Now, this design, honestly, it looks interesting, but I can't wait to see how it works, because obviously it's a pistol. Dart Zone has really, the problem also is, like, Dart Zone has mastered pump action springers, but they also did do pistols really well, because the thing with these pistols is they had a very reasonable prime, but shot amazing. Now the thing with this one is apparently it's advertised around 125 feet per second, but again, I assume Dart Zone will make it hit a little harder, and if you wanted a little more power, you can just get bamboo darts, and you could probably get that thing shooting up to 150 FPS. Trust me, I know. But the good thing with this one is it's $25. The main problem with the Mark II and the Mark 2.1 is how expensive they were. The Mark II, unless you're talking about the NitroShot versions, originally costed $80 because it was a package deal. The Mark 2.1, I believe, costed the exact same, or I think it was 60. I can't no. This costed, I think, about $89. But then eventually went down to around 80. But the main issue is how expensive these were. This is a $25 package. Well, obviously it doesn't come with a holster, but I'm excited to see this one just because, again, its price. That was also another thing about the Boxer Pro. That thing is going to be around $50, which is amazing to see. I'm excited that these are finally at a reasonable price again. But we have to wait and see what happens because Dart Zone has officially announced, I think, at least for the Boxer Pro, that it will be coming out around fall. The Brute Pro, we don't know when it's going to come out yet. But I'm really excited to see what happens with these, and the main hope that I have for these blasters is I just hope they work well. I really am excited that Dart Zone is back, but I hope they're coming back with the best quality that they can, because obviously the plastic has been good, but the internals on a lot of them have been a little iffy. Especially with stuff like the Maxim Pro with its crappy micro switch. I just cannot wait to see what they do, and I'm just really, really excited to see how these ones are. But we got one more thing to talk about. Apparently something that was also revealed, and thank you to Andy Griffith for sharing this photo with me, but they're releasing Talon mags, essentially, for sale at Walmart. This is interesting because, guys, we have been waiting for this for so long, because the main problem with Dart Zone is most of the stuff, like extra, like things that you can get, like magazines or attachments and all that, you had to get exclusively from their website. And honestly, I recommend Talon mags for like anyone who's using a half-length guard blaster, just because they are the best. But this is interesting. So these are 15 rounders. You get an orange and a purple one for $10. I do wish they could have included a little more mags, but here's the thing. You can finally buy these mags separately. And that's a really cool thing, because I know there's a lot of people who may not have the money to get a whole lot of Talon mags. But the good thing about these is, obviously, the thing about the Dart Zone mags recently is they have been getting much better quality. And what I'm excited about is they are higher capacity, because these are essentially 15 round Talon mags. And the good thing with them is, if you were strapped for cash, you can go into your local Walmart and buy 5 of these, and you would essentially just have a whole buttload of magazines that you can work with, which is amazing. Obviously, I still think you should buy regular Talons, but these are a nice alternative because they still have really good quality, and they're cheap, which is an amazing thing, even though a Talon is around the same price. But then when you calculate shipping and all that, but I'm getting off topic. But this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how these magazines are, and I'm just really happy that you could finally now get them on store shelves. Overall, I'm just really excited for this year, just because we finally got stuff to look forward to. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to with X-Shot, but now Dart Zone's also bringing a lot of fun stuff. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen this year, just because we finally have some good stuff to look forward to. But thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you happen to like what you see here, please like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment telling me what you liked about it. I apologize that this wasn't a Nerf review, but I have been really busy this week because, if you notice from the shirt, doing Vacation Bible School, love preaching the gospel to the children of the Lord. It's such a blast. But I might be taking a little break from Nerf just because next week is going to be a fun week, because next week is Denver Comic Con. One of my favorite things to come out of the summer, but I'm really excited to see what that will bring. So you might have to wait a little bit for Nerf content, just because I haven't had a whole lot of time to do it recently with work, and then just obviously Vacation Bible School. But you'll have a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. So thank you so much love, blast on, and stay tech.